What is up, folks? So we are here once again at Brayton Cemetery. If you haven't watched my other videos here, this place is located in Apponaug, Warwick, Rhode Island, basically right on the East Greenwich-Warwick line. Cool thing about this place, there's a lot of Civil War veterans buried here, so figured I'd come here. I did say in my second video here that I would come back because it was all frozen over. And it sucked. The weather, I mean, the investigation was pretty cool, but the weather was just absolutely god-awful. So the cool thing about this place is it's actually kind of a hodgepodge of different historical cemeteries. So originally this place didn't really have good upkeep, like it wasn't really being kept, and so what had ended up happening was the owners had sold it off to the city, and the city had used it to sort of collect all the other historic cemeteries that they couldn't really keep up as they were, just because everything was so decentralized, everything was all over the place. Everything was kind of looking like the other cemetery that I had gone to that had connections to the King Philip's War. So they took them all and pieced them together here. And you can see it. I mean, there's actually a sign right there saying, you know, this is where this plot is from, what cemetery this plot's from, and there's just different signs like dotted all over the place. The last time I filmed here, I originally wanted to speak with the Civil War veterans, but instead I had found the spirit of the wife of a Captain George Surley, and so, you know, I had gotten to talking, so I figured, oh, maybe, you know, I checked the dates, he was alive for the Civil War, and he was the captain of a ship. So I'd asked, you know, were you involved in the Civil War at all, or did you fight? And it was kind of like kind of like, you know, sort of, kind of, yes and no. It was kind of wishy-washy, but like, my take is probably, you know, was just sort of like a merchant vessel, kind of like running supplies and goods and stuff like that during the war, so still like a valid target. There's probably a lot of like worry on that end, like the Confederates could have very well have just said, there's a lot of goods on there, let's steal it, sink it, and kill everyone aboard, which, you know, it's wartime, stuff like worse has happened. But I had told them, hey, I'll probably be back, maybe we can chat some more. They seemed pretty open to that, so we're here now. Also, I kind of want to try and get the chance to speak with the Civil War veterans, see if we can get a little bit more on that. It'd be pretty cool if some of them may have served in the the Rhode Island First Light Artillery, and maybe they know the person that I'm going to be looking for at Gettysburg. That would actually be pretty cool, but we'll see, don't know, but that's what we come out here to do. Also, before we begin, just wanted to say, if you enjoy the content, if you like paranormal investigation, leave a like, leave a comment, and please subscribe, it helps a lot. Today was supposed to rain, and I didn't make plans to film this week. I was like, oh, you know what, it's Easter weekend, I'll take the weekend off. And then, oh, it's actually pretty nice out. You know what, let's film. I'll show you guys the plot. So, as you can see, Captain George Shirley? I'm not sure. I think it's Searle. As you can see, he was born August 22nd, 1834, and he passed away January 14th, 1917. So, he did live to see the American Civil War, and I believe most of the First World War. So this is a guy who has seen history be made. I did want to share one more thing before we got started. So I know this is like my third time filming here, but like I said, I did say, you know, I would come back, especially, you know, just keeping my promise to the spirits that I had spoken with. But also, again, didn't really plan on filming today. Just figured maybe take the weekend off. Kind of needed it, but I was feeling good today, so I figured, you know what, let's come out. Also, I do have some things cooking. I'm hoping next week to film for another King Philip's War video, so that should be fun. I think you guys will enjoy that. Furthermore, there's another spot that I'm gonna be checking out with. That's gonna be for a bigger group. Everything that I've been looking into it, unfortunately, is just hearsay and a lot of rumors and urban legends, some of which, you know, do have basis in yes, this happened. Others kind of like, well, man, you know, maybe it's embellishment, maybe not. But it's kind of one of those spots where it's like, you know, go in a big group. It's one of those spots, which, okay, well, kind of shady, kind of sketchy, but that sounds like a fun video for you guys, so I'm absolutely going to film it. I won't share too much about it, just because I don't want to give it away, but, you know, there's a lot of, you know, witchcraft and maybe some cultish kind of stuff going on, and other kind of, you know, demon and hellish kind of things. So that sounds cool to me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna film it for you. Again, I don't know if it's how much is true about it. I don't know, you know, how much is to the rumors, but that's why we go and investigate. But anyway, let's talk to see if George Searle or his lovely lady are here to speak with us today. So guys, I just went for a quick walk and had found some interesting markings. So obviously we know right there is the mark of the Freemasons, but then we also have for Mabel a pentagram, or a star anyway. I'm not sure, I don't think a pentagram, but a star definitely. So that's really interesting. And then they also have another person buried right next to them that you can see also has the Freemasons mark. Interestingly enough, there's Freemasons buried here. I didn't know that. Again, I was just like, oh wow, yep, Civil War veterans, World War I veterans buried here. I wouldn't have found that out if I didn't have to go for a walk, because when I started film, I had started getting set up and started to film for the main investigation, for the reason why I'm here, and then some people showed up to start doing, you know, just leaving a little marker or whatever for somebody, you know, normal stuff compared to what I'm doing. However, they were kind of just grilling me, so I don't care to be grilled. But they're gone now, so I'm gonna head back over there. But I might come back over here later just to, you know, speak with some Freemasons and try and figure out what that symbol is. There's a few people I could probably ask, be like, hey, you know what this is? But yeah, what do you know? Turns out being grilled by old people, you find some new stuff out anyway. But we're gonna head back, check out what we came here to check out, now that we have a little bit more peace and semblance of, you know, you know, it's crazy too, because as they were leaving, like, she was just like glaring at me from the window. That was wild. Like, I'm just like, I talk to dead people. It's what I do. So I have things rolling. Sorry if that got too close to you. So I kind of got some stuff on the REM pod. I kind of got some stuff on here. So to either Lucy Ann Lockwood or Captain George T. Searle, or Sherrill, would we be able to speak today? Would you be okay to speaking with me? Is that something you'd like to do? I think I heard. Okay. No. Oh wow. Look guys. A hawk. And it went up in the tree. Oh, nope, it's still flying. Yeah, it is kind of hard to hear. Now you set off the REM pod, right? Doesn't seem very talkative. He needs Jesus. Well, I mean, tomorrow's Easter. I think I just said hallelujah. Or it's like the start of hallelujah. That's okay, that's cool. Did you guys celebrate Easter? Was that one of your favorite holidays? Come on guys. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say to that, guys? I'm gonna say that's a confirmation right there. So is that you saying yes, you like Easter? The most. Okay, so you like Easter the most? Easter's your favorite holiday? Yeah. Easter is pretty cool. Get together with the fam, have some delicious food, and normally, sometimes the weather's pretty good. It's the start of better weather. But I figured I would just come by to say hello, kind of just visit you guys real quick. Maybe, have a quick chat with you. But I wanted to go speak with some of the veterans. Got a lot of weird jumbled stuff today. Could be a low energy kind of day too. Could be one of those days, which is fine. Finished? I mean, are you guys finished? Is that what you're saying? You guys are good? It was nice talking. Yep. Okay. Well, hey, it was a pleasure talking to you. I hope you rest well. Oh. Look at that. Was that your guys' way of saying see you? More work. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'll take that as a good sign. Maybe go find some of the veterans resting here, see if they want to chat. I remember the last time we tried to talk to the veterans, they were, they were veterans. They were like, "What the f*** are you?" Like no bullshit kind of attitude, and I respect that. I like it. So we'll go see. Maybe we'll check out the place around the flagpole. I think those are mostly World War I veterans buried there, so we'll see what they got to say. World War I, don't know too much about it. Just know, Franz Ferdinand, not the band, and America showed up at like the tail end of the war with shotguns and said, "This will be fun." But if any of you guys from Europe know a little bit more about it, please let me know, because I only really got taught World War II. There's a lot of Navy here. I mean, there's some Army from what I can gather, but then it also says, for the ones that, are for the Navy, it does say U.S. Navy, so I'm guessing the ones that don't say U.S. Navy are probably Army. All right. So, is there anyone who fought during World War I that would like to speak with me? Sure am. What's your interest? I was just kind of curious about, your life. Is perhaps Harold Sturdal here? Yeah, what's up? Just wanted to say hi, see how you're doing, see are you resting well? Yeah. Cool. I'm glad. My grandfather was in the Navy. Great. He's like, so what? I was in the Navy. Or am I reading that wrong? I don't see it on your stone. Could you tell me your rank? Were you just enlisted? Like, were you just an enlisted man? Yeah. What was it like? Were you in any battles? Were you hunting U-boats? Man, did you think after winning the First World War that it would be possible for a second one? Learn something from. Should we learn from what you guys went through, both in World War I and II? Should we learn not to do it again? Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you know how the war pigs go, you know? Men who hold all the power and all the money just want, you know, whatever's going to make them the most profit. But I think we've done a pretty decent job so far. But all right, Harold, it was a pleasure talking with you. That was interesting, kind of a mellow video, but nonetheless, still enjoyable. Had a couple conversations spread around. I will be heading out, and next week I am hoping to film like I said earlier, I'm gonna try and film the King Philip's War video. Can't wait to share that with you guys. But if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Helps out a bunch. Lets me know, hey, I'm doing a good job and I should keep going. In any event, I hope you guys have a great one. I'll see you next time.